Hello students, today we are going to discuss about hollow concrete block masonry. So up till now we have studied brick masonry as well as stone masonry. Now another kind of masonry in which generally we are using hollow concrete block, that is called as hollow concrete block masonry. So here in this particular figure you can see the use of this hollow concrete block. So there are varieties of hollow block masonry that are available, and that are depending upon which kind of hollow concrete block that you are using. So varieties of ways in which this kind of hollow concrete blocks are available with different sizes. So basically, these concrete blocks, they are either hollow or solid. Okay. So when this hollow unit, when you are considering it is a hollow unit, then its core void. So basically, this void, that is cavity, or the whatever this gap that is observed, this core void, that area, it is greater than 25% of the gross area, then you can say it is a hollow unit. So if you are using such type of hollow concrete block for the masonry work, it is called as the hollow block masonry. So generally this kind of concrete blocks, they are used for both the type of wall, either it may be a load bearing wall as well as for the non load bearing wall. So basically two types of blocks that are generally manufactured, that is solid block. So here in this figure you can see it is a solid block masonry. But this type of hollow blocks, that when you are using, it is called as the hollow concrete block masonry. So in our syllabus we are going to discuss about this hollow concrete block masonry. So basically these hollow concrete blocks, they are the hollow rectangular blocks, उसके अंदर voids होगा, and that we are using for the masonry construction. So this hollow concrete units, they are manufactured from lightweight aggregate. So उसका जो वजन होगा वो थोड़ा कम होगा, and as it is hollow, its weight would be less as compared to our normal stone or brick, and they are molded in machine with the various standard size. So there are varieties of sizes that are available, and depending upon the requirement, you can utilize that particular sizes. Okay. So in some of the books the sizes are given, but there are varieties of sizes that are used. So here in this particular figure you can say this is the nominal unit dimension. So here this length is 406 mm, this width is 203 mm, height is 203 mm, and here this is specified unit dimension. It is given as 397 length, 194 height, and 194 width. So basically these are some of the dimensions that are used, but there are varieties of dimensions that are used for making the hollow concrete block. So here in this hollow concrete block, this particular portion, it is called as shell. So it's like stretcher kind of portion in brick, which is called as shell. This length from here to here, height, that is from here to here, and this is the width of your block. So generally in the dimensions, this length, width, and height is specified. This particular portion, that is called as core portion. So that is basically cavity, that is of the hollow thing that is provided in the concrete block. And this particular portion between these two core, it is called as web. And this particular portion, just like the header portion, this extended portion, it is generally called as ears. Okay. So these are some of the technical terms which are related to this hollow block. And the size, there are varieties of the sizes. Some of the books, they mention that the standard size of the hollow concrete block is 39 centimeter by 19 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 39 by 19 by 20, 39 by 19 by 10. So depending upon the requirement, you can utilize that particular sizes of the block. So here in this figure, these two dimensions that are given. So to ensure the optimum economy in the construction, the overall length and height of the wall is so fixed that it will allow the maximum use of full and half length block. तो हमारा साइज कैसा सिलेक्ट करना चाहिए, क्या वी कैन यूटिलाइज इट, either it is a half block, whether it is a full block, we should try to utilize them with the maximum use. Okay. And it can be used as a load bearing as well as non load bearing walls. So here you can see there are varieties of the hollow concrete blocks that are given. Now this is stretcher unit. This can be utilized as single corner per use करना. This is for the shesh unit. This is for all purpose unit. This is double corner unit or plain end unit. This is if you want to utilize for the lintel unit. This is double open end unit. And here it is open end or A shape unit. This is bond beam unit. then concrete brick, so it's like a solid block. So depending upon the purpose, you can have the different shapes and sizes of the hollow concrete block. Here also with the dimension, various forms of concrete blocks are given. So same way here, this is a structure with three core. So there are three cavities, one, two, and three. This is useful for corner. This is for double corner or pier में use कर सकते हैं. This is full nose. So here it is a molded portion, curved portion. This is used for jam. This is for full cut header की तरह use कर सकते हैं. Half cut header. This is solid top. So depending upon requirement, varieties of shapes and sizes are available. So this is structure again, two core unit. This is for the partition wall you can utilize. This is for beam and lintel, this kind of hollow block U shape that it can be utilized. This is for the flooring purpose. So you can say there are varieties of application and various forms of concrete hollow blocks are available with the varieties of dimensions that can be utilized at many places in our masonry construction. So when we are constructing this wall with the concrete block, so generally the construction is started with two corners. So suppose from here we are starting to lay our hollow concrete block. So we have to start with the corners. So corners से start करना है, okay, or the two ends of the wall, and then after you have to proceed further to the middle part. So first the construction of few courses of the blocks is done at both the ends, and then string is stretched. So this string that is to be stretched, okay, between the two end blocks, and the remaining blocks are laid in between. So this string that will keep the straightness of this particular hollow concrete block unit. So here you can see the work is started from the end, then after stretching this particular string, you can proceed further towards the middle part, okay. And this way you can see this is the way how this laying of this hollow concrete block is done. And this is the figure in which again the construction of the hollow concrete block is shown. So there are various points to be observed while constructing this hollow concrete block work. So first is concrete blocks used in masonry. It should be dry. Okay, that is the first thing. The blocks of successive course should be so laid that vertical joints are staggered. So this is the basic requirement of any masonry work, that successive vertical joints should not be in a continuous line, because that load distribution is not proper, as well as if leakage is there, continuous leakage may be observed. So always the successive courses, the vertical joints are always staggered, and that is to be maintained. The joints, it should be uniform with the 5 to 10 mm thickness. So this is the thickness of the joint. Then generally cement lime, sand mortar of mixed proportion is to be used. So that specified proportion that you have to use for a particular kind of uh, uh, your block masonry. And this cement lime mortar mix, that is to be used in the proportion of 1:1:10. So that is general, and as per requirement you can vary it. And it should not stronger than the concrete mix used for the concrete blocks. जो भी हम concrete blocks के लिए जो proportion use कर रहे हैं उससे ज़्यादा strong नहीं लेना है. That is the requirement. The blocks used for external wall की तरह आप blocks use कर रहे हैं, it should have absorption less than 10%. And if you are using these blocks for the internal wall, the absorption should not be more than 15, means it should be less than 15%. Now it is observed that these concrete blocks, they have high thermal expansion, means temperature अगर बढ़ेगा तो उसका expansion होगा, and due to which there would be cracks which are generally observed at the corners. So generally this in long wall it is observed that these cracks may even extend up to the mid length तक भी वो cracks आ जाता है due to this thermal expansion. So hence to avoid this thermal expansion at the junction of the walls, जहाँ पे भी junctions of the walls होते हैं, the solid or the hollow concrete block it is to be filled with concrete. Instead of mortar, you can utilize to fill that particular junctions with the help of concrete, just to avoid the cracks due to thermal expansion. Now, there are various advantages of the hollow concrete block masonry. So first, no dressing work is required. Okay, as the concrete blocks are available in regular and uniform size, and hence masonry construction can be done rapidly also, because they are available readily available. That's why the construction work that can be done in speed Okay, and no dressing work required. Like in stone masonry, dressing work is required. Here it is not required. Also this, it is light in weight, so that's why it is easy to handle. कहीं पे भी उसको प्रॉपरली उठा के आप उसको प्लेस करने में इट इज़ ईजी, सो इट इज़ ईजी टू हैंडल. देन नॉट मच स्किल इज रिक्वायर्ड, इतना ज़्यादा स्किल की भी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है फॉर द कंस्ट्रक्शन. एंड इट्स स्पीड इन कंस्ट्रक्शन रिजल्ट इन लेस लेबर कॉस्ट. जल्दी जल्दी आपका काम खत्म हो जाएगा. स्पीड इन कंस्ट्रक्शन इज ऑब्जर्व, दैट्स वाई द लेबर कॉस्ट कैन बी रिड्यूस्ड. Then thinner walls are possible, and hence it gives more carpet area. As its size accordingly, you can utilize, and you can make the thinner wall with the help of the with the use of the different sizes of the blocks available, so you can get more carpet area. And as these blocks are hollow, there is a saving of material also, because you can save the material. And having large in size, hence number of joints are less. उसका साइज जो होता है वो लार्ज होता है, ठीक है ना. सो जॉइंट्स कम आएंगे, एंड दिस विल रिजल्ट इन सेविंग ऑफ मोर्टार ऑल्सो. So less number of joints, and saving in mortar is also obtained. Saving in construction material for the hollow bricks is also obtained. Then it gives better insulation. So there is a better insulation against heat, sound, dampness and atmospheric action. It is observed that सबके अगेंस्ट उसका इंसुलेशन काफ़ी अच्छा है, ठीक है. एंड दिस कॉन्क्रीट ब्लॉक, दे मे नॉट रिक्वायर एनी प्लास्टरिंग वर्क. प्लास्टरिंग की ज़रूरत नहीं है. ओके, as it is required in brick made is compulsory. You have to provide your plastering, but here there is no need to provide plastering. If at all it is needed, then the rough surface of the concrete block, it makes the plastering easier. अगर करना भी है तो it is easy to do plastering work as compared to brick masonry. And also structurally, if you just compare it with the brick work, it is stronger than bricks. So here in this figure, you can see this, how this particular blocks are arranged. Okay, and in between this vertical rubber unit that can be provided. Okay, and this in this core you can feel the particular ground. Okay, so this kind of reinforced corners at the T junctions, as per the structural design, you can provide. Okay, and here at the end, when this wall is constructed, it will look like this. Okay, so this is useful for the compound wall. यहाँ पे compound wall की तरह use किया गया है. And here you can see how this joints etc can be done. So this type of tool joint, that is, so here you can see, as the size of the block is larger, then this thickness and this particular number of joints that are observed, that are less in number. So this is the way how this hollow blocks can be arranged, and you can go for the construction of wall with this. So here you can see it's a continuous wall in which there is a control joint that is provided here at certain specific distance. So with this, I would like to end my presentation, and thank you very much, all of you.